Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here. What we're going to do now is start to create our trees in here. If you're happy with this so far, that's great, but you may want to go and add some focal points in here so that we can have something in the foreground just to uh, keep the attention in the picture. So what we're going to do is just inside here, between the first three layers, which is these three here, we're going to go to just between the green layer here and this yellow layer. So I'm going to go and just make a layer from here and just pop it into between these two. And again, I'm going to have to alpha lock it in a second, and I'll show you why, because we're going to have to use the same stippling effect here with the spray paint on our trees, because we need to make sure that the light is on the front of the tree and then the darkness at the back. So when we go and paint this in, we're going to have that same effect of some stippling of the yellow on the side, and then we're going to have this sort of bluish on the back, and the main tree is going to be green. So we just want to go and create with our monoline, we want to go and get a darker green like that blue green, and then what we want to do is just build, they just have to be sort of shapes really that sort of look like tombstones, I suppose. That's just going to go into here, and again join them up, okay, like this. Make sure that they're joined up, and then I want to go over this way. I want to go and make some more over here. It's just the smaller ones. Whoops, I'm on the wrong side of that one. I'm going to undo that. Let's go and put them over here, like that. And then I might want to go and have one over there like that, for example. And then we can go and drag the colors in. And then they are going to stand out now. And then what we want to do next is just from this layer here, we want to sort of put something inside here. Just double checking that we've got these tree layers. You can always move them around, okay? We always want to move them, we can always move them around. So I'm going to go and put a tree here, and then I'm going to put another one over to the side, so it's just off to the side. I'll put a little one on there like that. Same again, we want to go and colour these in. Now I have a feeling this little one's going to be, oh no, it's okay, it's good. You've got to make sure that you've got to join those pieces up. So what I'm going to do next is I might put some trees in front now, actually sort of here and here. So I'm going to go and just add those into here. I've got to make sure that my alpha lock is on. My clipping mask is not on. What we'll do is we'll change the clipping mask. So let's go into here. Let's go and tap on that clipping mask. And then we'll change all the others for alpha lock in a second. Just go make sure that that paint's okay. Yes, it does. Probably wanted it to be bigger than that, to be honest. And then this one here. We'll colour them in like that. Now, once you put them all in, let's just go make sure that they're alpha locked, because we're going to go and paint onto them with the spray paint, and the spray paint needs to sort of be masked into the edges. So we're going to start using some blues on here, and then some different shades on here, some yellows on the side, and so we can make it look like the light is just sort of popping from one side. Okay, let's go and quickly get our flicks. If you've lost your flicks, don't forget you can go into your spray paints and your flicks in your spray paints. So I'm going to bring this down, the opacity down, and bring the size down as well. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, so make sure I can see which one I'm on, layer 12, good. And then I'm going to start to use the blues. I might start off with dark cyan blue on here. It's not quite good enough, that. I want to be a bit bigger. And bring it down to there. And what I might do is I might start to add some yellow to that as well, like I said I was going to. Go and add that yellow green to the side as well. And do the same for the others too. And so now I've got both those colors in here. I'm going to go to my first layer and start color those in. The stipple effect. You can see I've just kind of, I've got that light coming from one side. I can probably afford to make it a bit darker. Maybe you can long press on your colors to go between the two. I'm just using this color, this yellowy green. I might just go back into that layer over there. Let's color those in a little bit brighter. Because that should be catching the light more. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out of that a little bit better. Right, so we've got the trees now. Got everything sorted in there. Got the trees, got the mountains, got the clouds. The one thing it's missing now is just simple stalks into the trees. Now to get the stalks, these are very quick. We're just going to go into our other layers, and you can see I've just got stalks here. And the pen I'm using now is calligraphy. I'm going to go to streaks, and then I've got this set to about 2% full opacity. So I'm going to go into my layer. I'm going to go into the one with the 4 pieces here. You may have something slightly different. And these streaks are going to be sort of odd streaks. You can just sort of build into them. So they're not sort of even in any way. So you don't sort of have 2 going off like a Y shape. Like this. Then I'm going to go into my other layers, which are just here. So I've got these 3 going on here. And then I'm going to go and make those more opaque. Like that. Then I'm going to go to my front layers. Like this. And then that should add a bit of detail. Is that one not done? I missed off one, the little one here, this layer. I think that'll do. Okay, so that's it. We've got some trees, got some detail to the trees. Now it's time for you to have a go. Good luck.